This is a mobile detailing business that's done over $2.6 million in revenue, and it didn't start as a franchise, a shop, or a massive operation. When we recorded this interview in February of 2024, the business had already passed $2.6 million in revenue, and that wasn't a peak. The business was still operating, still growing, and still refining how it worked. This owner was also one of the earliest booking koala users, going all the way back to 2018.
We didn't 2018 we started. That first year was just myself testing the waters. So I guess from 2019 till now is about 2.6 million in revenue since then. Yeah.
And what are you expecting to do this year?
This year I'm hoping to hit between 600 to about 1.2. Last year was, I would have to say last 2 years have been quite like, it was a cruise control. I sort of was cruising along, wasn't doing too much. Like last year got married, did a lot of traveling. We just bought a new house, so just had a lot of moving things going on around. So now that I'm really focused on doubling down and focused on business. So yeah, I think it's the first year in a while where I'm like, you know what, I'm not double down. Let's get rolling. Like I'm more focused this year. So I'm going to set a high target.
I want to break this down because this wasn't luck and it wasn't hype. It was a long-term service built with structure from the very beginning. Unlike many service businesses, this one didn't start in chaos. From day one, bookings, scheduling, and customer management were already systemized. That mattered because when growth came, the foundation was already there. Most businesses try to add systems later. This one started with them. There was demand for the service, but at the time, mobile car detailing wasn't as widely understood or popular as it is today. So growth didn't come from convincing people to buy, it came from educating the market that this service even existed. That meant explaining convenience, explaining value, and explaining why someone would want detailing done at their home instead of driving somewhere.
Fail fast, learn, and improve. I think that's the best way to do it. And delegation is definitely key, depending on which part of your business cycle you're really up to. Like if you're just starting off, you said it perfectly well before, you're wearing many different hats. You're the marketing guy, sales guy. Back then, I was also the detailer as well, right? That's not even my profession. I did it for a year just to learn the ins and outs of it so I could understand what were realistic expectations for my technicians, what sort of packages I should have. So, yeah, you just got to get your hands dirty and experiment and learn from it, I guess.
In the early stages, he did the detailing himself. He learned the work, the customers, and the standards firsthand, and later passed that knowledge on to other detailers as the business grew. This is actually the opposite of how I built my first cleaning company, and it's also different from what I usually recommend. I typically advise owners to get out of the field as quickly as possible, but this is a good reminder that there isn't just one path. For the right individual, doing the work early can be an advantage, especially when it helps set quality standards and train others properly. What made this work wasn't just effort, it was the combination of hands-on experience and systems already in place. He could train others because he understood the work, and he could scale because the business was already organized.
100%. I agree with that. Fortunately, when I first started, I was single. So didn't really have too much going on in my life, right? And I just had an abundance of free time. But now that things are a bit different, married now, don't have kids yet, but I'm still in the mindset that, you know, I'm still in that hustle mindset. I'm still fairly young, 35 or turning 35 this year, but I still think I've got many long years ahead of me, enough legs. So I think over time you learn to become more efficient with your time. So I like to prioritize my time more effectively to focus on management or managerial type of decisions. So a great way is to sort of prioritize what are the easy wins that we can accomplish with the least amount of effort. And I think that's just the way to sort of manage your time. But also work-life balance is important. So I make time for exercise. Sleep is probably so underrated. I get like a minimum 8 hours of sleep, whereas my partner, she gets 6 hours of sleep, but she operates fine. But maybe that's the secret formula. But I think that's what allows me to do what I do. So I get enough rest and I get enough play time, like leisure time, and also get enough time to do work. But work time is work on efficiencies, so automations, delegation. That has been my main focus moving forward, as opposed to, let's say, like 5 years ago when it was just like, what do I need to do? Like, how do I set up? How do I build the protocols and procedures? So nowadays, it's tightening loose screws and tightening the ship pretty much.
This is what compounding looks like in a service business: clear systems, educated customers, trained operators. Year after year, small improvements stack and revenue follows. Even though this interview was recorded in early 2024, the lesson is even more relevant today. Businesses that start organized scale faster. Businesses that educate their market build stronger brands. And businesses that understand both operations and customer behavior last. This isn't about copying someone's exact path. It's about understanding why it worked and applying those principles to your own business. If you want more real breakdowns like this, not hype, not shortcuts, just what actually works in the service business, subscribe to this channel. And if you're running a service business, drop a comment with how you got started.